Good to see his teammates edging him on every inch of the way, the whole way through this being the all-important finals. The winner will have the ultimate honor and distinction of laying his hands on the coveted championship trophy. First ball coming up. The official scorer Abhishek. Slashed away. Eluding the outstretched hands of the point fieldsman. And ample time for the batters to come back for the second one. Indore getting the innings underway with that couple. It's 2 without loss. Batting first after losing the toss. Good delivery, pitched right up in the block hole. The batter does well to dig that one out. It's all happening out there in the center, right from the get-go. Using his shoulder to good effect, bending his back and trying to hit the deck hard. Good delivery, cramping him up the room, tucking the batter up for space. Does well to open the face of the bat and guiding it down to its point and scampers through for a single. The official scorer for the day, young Abhishek. Here's wishing him all the very best. Full toss. Batter would be absolutely livid at missing out on that one scoring opportunity. He would be kicking himself. That was an absolute dolly right up in his slot. But all he succeeds in doing is hit it straight to the cover fieldsman. Still 3 without loss. Another Yorker length delivery, expertly guided away. That was delicate touch, deft touch from the batter. Gets off the mark of the boundary. Opens his account with a much needed 4 to his name. It's 7 without loss after last ball of the first over. Coming up 7 without loss. Batting first after losing the toss. The impatience from Indore. Fantastic. Brilliant batting that rounds off the first over. Batting first after losing the toss. Emphasis Indore 8 without loss. Sandeep Ambington on 5 and keeping him company. Sagar is not out with 3 runs against his name. Both these batters look absolutely compact and technically sound and well equipped. Of course, they're spearheaded by Palker, vastly experienced first-class cricketer. Mayank Mishra in charge of the bowling operations, all set to start the second over. Correction, apologies, Pune batting first after losing the toss. Lovely shot, stand up and deliver. No frost whatsoever. That was right there in the slot. What lovely hand-eye coordination. Great bat speed through the hitting zone. Lovely swing of the bat through the hitting arc. Sagar has come out, all guns blazing, swinging from his hips. That takes the side's total into the double-figure zone. 14. Quietly beautiful. String down the leg side, white signal, the first extra of the day. Neatly driven down the ground for a single. And neatly collected. Mayank draws first blood here and effects a significant breakthrough. That was an absolute beauty, almost unplayable. But just hanging his bat out, and all he succeeds in doing is edge it straight through to the wicketkeeper, who makes no mistake. Pune losing their first wicket with 15 runs on the board. As Ashok Palker, their talisman, walks out into the center. All eyes will be riveted on this vastly experienced cricketer who has had the distinction of representing Maharashtra in Ranji Trophy cricket. Taking a strike. see that point enables Parker to get off the mark. Opens as a counter that single. It's 15 for the loss of 1 wicket. 15 for 1 Pune. Emphasis Pune. Batting first after losing the toss in this grand finale of the Emphasis Prize Cricket Tourney. Ravi replacing Shekhar at the city, and Parker, who's just arrived at the wicket to face him.
केबल फेबल लगी चल बेटर ही करे केबल तो नहीं ना
What a shot! That is out of the very top draw. Magnificent ball striking this. Wow, go and take the bones out of that one. He has laced it over mid-wicket. And that has raced away like a shot from a gun. That would do his confidence a whole heap of good. Welcome to the crease. Cheeky shot attempted, well signaled. What a strike that was. Slashed away. Fantastic effort there at point. Saving a certain boundary through that brilliant fielding effort. Stretching out his left hand and preventing a certain boundary. But Parker has made his intentions absolutely clear. If it is in his zone, he's going to throw the kitchen sink at it. Officially played away from the fielder. He gives chase, teaser. But the ball having enough legs to take it over the earth. Now runs beginning to flow thick and fast from both ends. Pune. Emphasis Pune losing the toss and batting first are off to a rollicking start. 27 for the loss of Sandeep's wicket. Once again, a leading edge. Batter should consider himself exceedingly lucky. That was precariously, tantalizingly close. Falling just short of the bowler on his follow-through. Just neatly driven down the ground for an easy single. That was a good delivery. Pushing it through, bowling it at a flatter trajectory that rounds off the third over. Batting first after losing the toss. In this grand finale of the Emphasis Tribes Cricket Tournament, the Emphasis from Pune have raced away to 28 for the loss of 1 wicket. The only batter dismissed in the innings, Sandeep, was out after scoring 4 runs. see this correction. You will dismiss after scoring just 3. Good to see this electrifying energy emanating from every pore of the Indore team, rubbing off on their teammates. Mayank continuing proceedings. Lovely shot down the ground. Not getting hold of that shot properly, getting the toe end of the bat and trickling away towards mid-on for an easy single. But more importantly, brings Parker back on strike. Lovely shot, taking the mickey out of the bowler, chipping down the track and swinging it away for a run of the maximum. Half a dozen, full Monty, call it what you will. If this man stays at the crease for any length of time, he's going to reduce the confidence of the opponents to an absolute nil. This is turning out to be a superb exhibition of attacking batsmanship. Electrifying display of brutal power hitting. Not for nothing has he played cricket at the very highest level. What a shot! That is once again just tucked away off his pads, cheeky and mighty effective. Very little margin for error as far as the bowling is concerned, the bowlers are concerned. Those 2020 games can turn on a dime. Pivot on the narrowest once again trying to tuck it away around the corner, but not making contact. Well, signaled as I was saying earlier, these games hinge on the narrowest of pivots, hang by the slenderest of threads and can turn on a dime. Knocking the stuffing out of the bowling side, Parker. Denting the confidence big time. Lovely technique. Getting right behind the line of the ball and presenting the full face of the bat. The maker's name. Good response from the bowler, shy of the stumps, but the batter has made his ground comfortably. 42. For 1. Oh, taking one chance too many. That ball reared up disconcertingly from just short of a good length. Beating the batter comprehensively, but no damage done. All is well, the 10th all after the completion of the 4th over. Batting first after losing the toss. The Infy from Pune are 43 for the loss of 1 wicket. Tapan, last one was a leg by or a bye? Leg by. Thank you for the confirmation, Tapan. Both these umpires have been spot on in their decision making so far. Both vastly experienced OCA panel registered umpires, Tapan Behra and Anand Sahu. Anand Sahu has put on a fair bit of weight since the last time I saw him. Maybe not focusing much on his physical fitness these days. Shekhar back in action from the emphasis end. And the rampaging Palkar is on strike. This promises to be an exciting contest. Chips down the wicket. One bounce and into the bench he goes. He is taking every bowler to the cleaners. Taking the game on. Taking the tag by the scruff of its neck. And this is turning out to be a rousing innings. Whirlwind start this from Palkar. The quintessential swashbuckler is holding all the aces, calling the early shots and putting his team in a commanding position in the power play. Making it count and making it count big time. Cashing in on these first 6 overs for the field restrictions are in play to the hilt. Closing the face of the bat and tucking it away for an easy single. Good sensible batting this. 27 unbeaten. 48 for 1, the total. Sagar at the other end, keeping the scoreboard ticking, knocking the ball into the gap. 17 runs to his name, on strike now. Dot balls are like gold dust. Very few and far between. Once in a while, they make their presence felt, mark their appearance, register the presence. These dot balls are rarity in 2020 cricket. Lovely shot, rocks on to the back foot and swings it away over square leg for a boundary. This boundary brings up the 50 for Infy Pune. Greeted with a thunderous round of applause from the dugout. The 50 coming in the first over of the innings as the fielder struggles to retrieve the ball. Oh no, now he succeeds. Both these batters will be mighty encouraged, inspired by a stream of encouraging utterances from the dugout. So good to see. The noise was loud enough to wake up the dead. Deafening noise emanating from the dugout. Another ball pitched right up in the block hole. The batter does well to dig that one out and collect an easy single. But more importantly brings back the dangerous looking Palkar on strike. Full toss, extra way, no chance for the fielder to cut that one off. When it rains, it doesn't stop at raining, it just pours. That is adding insult to injury. Rubbing salt into a festering wound. Palkar is making them pay and making them pay big time. In this kind of a mood, you just cannot afford to miss your length. These games are games of inches, of the narrowest of margins, of fine lines. Very little room for error as the bulky Bowler's name, please. Monish. Being introduced into the attack. Left arm spinner. Effected a brilliant save in preventing a certain boundary earlier in the morning. Does he have an ace up his sleeve? Can he set the cat amongst the pigeons and reward his captain with a wicket? That is the need of our 57 for 1. Sixth over of the innings about to commence. Monish. All set to begin his first over. Bowl his first delivery. Lovely shot, packing a punch into that stroke. That is right off the meat of the bat, straight out of his shoes. But could not pierce the infield, packed offside cordon. Tossing the ball up, enticing the batter into a false stroke. Who neatly drives it down the ground for a single. 48 for 1. Sorry, 58 for 1. That was a beauty. Moral victory for the bowler. Batter comprehensively beaten. That is so very good to see, so heartening to see. Not afraid, one teeny weeny bit to toss the ball up in the air and imparting subtle variations, mixing up his deliveries intelligently. Uppishly played, but no timing behind that shot. Imposing clever changes of pace, imparting subtle variations. This has been a fantastic beginning from the bowler so far. Wily old fox. Monish has conceded just 3 runs. Correction, just 2 runs in his spell so far. Playing a game of cat and mouse with a batter, keeping him guessing all the time. Lovely shot, inside out, and it crashes into the advertising hoarding. What a strike. I think that was the first 6 of the batter's father. What a strike. If it's in the arc, you send it out in the park. If it's in the V, you hit it straight into the tree. That was right there in his zone. And he has taken full toll. 65 for 1. Last ball of the power play coming up. 65 for 1. Lovely shot. That was delicate. That was elegant. That was stylish. Yeah, build a wall out there on the offside and he's going to break that break. Both batsmen now beginning to get into their stride. Strike a lovely rhythm to the batting. And after the completion of the power play, the 6th over of the innings, Infy Pune, batting first after being asked to after losing the toss, has raced away to 69 for the loss of 1 wicket, that of Sandeep. The captain Palkar is unbeaten on 33 and keeping him. Palkar unbeaten on 28 and keeping him company. Darren Sagar is beginning to find the full range of his strokes, bringing his entire repertoire RP, Ravish, or Ravi. I know only one Ravi, Ravish Kumar, Ravi, RP in action. Palkar on strike. It's all happening out there in the center. 69 for 1. Lovely shot. So easy and brave, so aesthetically pleasing. No fuss whatsoever. What lovely timing. That ball hitting the sweetest spot of his bat, right out of the middle. He has got a beautiful flow to his batting. Palkar, unbeaten on 30. Once again, milking the bowling. Lovely shot, breaking his wrist. And the midfield, gives away 3 runs to the batting side. Wow. When it doesn't happen, it just doesn't happen. That's the nature of the beast. You just cannot afford these misfires in this crunch encounter, in this crucial contest. Where they could have ended up conceding just a single. The batter has got 3 extra runs to his name. 76 for 1. Lovely. Good ball. Cramping the batter for him. Durgavati. This is turning out to be a run feast here, an absolute run fest. Vacant onside, plenty of open spaces available to the batter to just knock it into that gap and collect an easy single. 77 for 1. 7th over in progress, all the 7th. Right, Abhishek? Abhishek flashing that $1 million smile across his face. So good to see. Palkar on strike, facing the last ball of the 7th over. Wow, what a catch. What a blinder that one. The fielder has pulled off an absolute ripper. Monish, who was bowling the 6th over, has come up with a sensational fielding effort, and that blinder of a catch has sent back the dangerous looking Palkar back to the hut. 77 for the loss of 2 wickets now. How badly they needed that wicket. And that wicket well and truly belongs to the fielder. That was an absolute long hop, a half tracker. Full-blooded cut from the batter. And fielder Monish coming up with a sensational catch. That will do his confidence a world of good when he comes onto ball now. So he's starting the 8th over of innings. Batter please. Batter's name? Rohit Ranawade, the new batter. The non-strikers and 8th over about to commence. Moni should be bowling with a spring in his step, a bounce in his stride, and miles in his legs. Confidence of that catch would be rubbing off on his bowling efforts. Multi-dimensional cricketer Monish. Down the wicket he goes, dances down and sends it soaring into the high skies. He got stuck into that one and that has gone the distance. This is belligerent batting. Magnificent goal striking this. Good comeback this from the bowler. Trying to unsettle his rhythm by just with these initial movements of the crease. Stylishly played away, but not for runs. Once again, uppishly played, but well away from any fielder. Collects an easy single. That single takes him to 45, 85 for 2. Rohit on strike for the first time. Lovely shot, bisecting the two fielders to an absolute nicety. Teaser for the fielder, but the ball having enough legs on it to trickle past for us. Wow, that was the narrowest of gaps available between shot third man and point, and he has bisected it with a geometrical precision. Fantastic batting this. Rohit gets off the mark in style. Opens his account of that boundary. The single takes the sides total on 89, and that brings the 8th over of innings to an end. So after the completion of 8 overs, being put into bat after losing the toss, the Infy from Pune are 89 for the loss of 2. Ravi continuing from the Infosys end, Rohit on strike, 89 for 2. Another delicate shot, a just touch from the batter. Just opening the face of the bat at the very last moment. Watching it right down to the blade of his bat and just guiding it away past the short third man fielder. For an elegant boundary, exquisite touch. So very easy on the eyes, aesthetically pleasing. Minimum effort, optimum result. Here looks an absolute picture. Epitome of grace, elegance personified, poetry in motion, lovely wrists. Oh, some jangled nerves out in the center. Batter must have had his heart in his mouth for the duration of the time when the ball was in the air, but falling well short of the fielder. Once again, not giving the batter any room to free his arms, following him, and Sagar collects a single. Oh, that was pretty close. Missing the outside edge by a whisker. Good collection from the wicket keeper. Once again, neatly driven down the ground, crisp looking shot for a single. 96 on a relatively quiet over against the backdrop in which events have proceeded. The pace and speed at which they rattled along, this has to go down as a brilliant over from the bowler. Conceded just 7 runs, and after the completion of 9 overs, batting first after being put in. Infosys Pune are 96 for the loss of 2 wickets. Part the bowler, no surname. These days it has become very trendy and fashionable to have just the first name. all set to commence the 10th over of the innings, his first. What a shot! Dart rooted to the bowling attack, to the crease with a mighty six. And this six also brings up the 100 for the batting side. The 100 coming off the very first ball of the 10th over, scoring at well over 10 runs per over. Rohit has a lifting sublime touch ever since he has come out to bat. It seems his teammate is following the IPL very, very closely, or was following. Khel Bindas is uttering to his teammate. Wonderful to see this Bunhami, this camaraderie, egging the batters out in the middle on, and they have responded with aplomb. Mighty heave, and that has sailed into the orbit. He has raced away to 23 off just 8 deliveries. Strike rate of I think 300. Wow. None of those shots have been agricultural in nature. No wild heaves, all clean hitting. We are getting to learn a few Marathi words here. Lovely. Shayabasam throws it down as a direct hit, but no damage done. Batter safely home. Sagar unbeaten on 46 of 29 deliveries on strike. Wow. Ball once again hitting the sweetest spot. The sweetest spot was that. Lovely timing, but straight to the fielder. Lovely shot once again, right into the gap. Fielder giving chase, but ample time for the batter to come back for the second run. They're doing it ever so easily, making the bowling for whatever it is worth. Knocking the ball into the gaps and keeping the scoreboard ticking over. Blending caution with aggression in equal measure. Misfield by Manish enables Sagar to collect a single expensive 10th over coming to an end. Batting first after losing the toss. Pune, emphasis are 1-1-2 for the loss of 2. 49 unbeaten is Sagar and keeping him company. Rohit has raced away to 24 of just 9 deliveries.
ଝିଅ ଫୋନ୍ କରିଦେଉନି ହଳ କହୁଛି ନା ସେ ମୋ ଉପରେ ଗେଗା ହେବ ତମେ ଲଗେଇ ଦେଉଛି କହିବୁ ପରିବା ପରିବା ସବୁ କିଣିକି ରଖିଛୁ ଦେଇକି ଏମିତି ଡାଇରେନି ଆଉ ଦେଖୁଛି ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାବେଳକୁ ଯିବି ନା ନାହିଁ ସକାଳେ କହିଦେବୁ ପୁଅର ଆଧାର କାର୍ଡ଼ଟା କରିବା ଲଗଉଛି ରହୁନି ମୁଁ ଲଗେଇ କହିଦେଇ ଟିକେ ଆରେ କହିଲେ ଆରେ ରୋଷେଇ କରିବାକୁ ବସିଥିଲେ ସେ କରିଦେଇଥିବ ହଇରାଣ ଆରେ ରହ ଟିକେ କଥା ହେଇଯାଆନ୍ତୁ ଟିକେ କଥା ହେଇଯା ଟିକେ ଆଉ ସେଇଠି ଚାରିଟା ବେଳ ଆସିବି ସାଙ୍ଗେ ତୁ ତ ମୋତେ ନ ପଚାରିବୁ ତୁ ହଁ କହିବୁ
चालू आहे उभं राहा फक्त खेळत राहा साया खेळत राहा ओव्हरला 2 असे पण येतात खेळत राहा
ଉଠଉନି କୁଆଡ଼େ କରୁଛ
Bhubaneswar switching ends, starting the 11th over from the Infy end.
पहिला ओव्हर शाबाश आमदार आले अजून फ्लॅश ओव्हर बाकी आहे भाई लोग फ्लॅश ओव्हर बाकी आहे ओव्हर फक्त साड्या ओव्हरला 2 तसे पण आहेत खेळत राहा
That reverse that brings up the 50 for Sagai. This has been a brilliantly compiled, well-crafted innings. He has risen to the occasion with a plan and responded to the challenge so very magnificently. First fall shot from the back of it. Keeping it well away of the hitting arc, pushing it away from the striking zone of the batter. That was a smart piece of bowling from Monish. Dot balls are a rarity in this form of the game, in this format. Oh, that was a long hop and gets the treatment it deserves. Once again, rocking into that back foot and smashing it away. Ball is lost in the midst of those trees lining up this beautiful ground. That is majestic. What a strike that is. That is princely batting. That is the kind of shot worth going miles to see. My word. Breathtaking ball striking. So very easily done. Wide throw. That was a wayward throw from the fielder. Absolutely needless. A couple of runs gifted away on a platter. Least effort to do. They can least effort to do all these mischiefs. That ends the 11th over of innings. Batting first after losing the toss. Infosys Pune are 127 for the loss of 2 wickets. Starting the 12th of the innings. Lovely shot. Once again, stand up and deliver. No fuss whatsoever. If it's in the arc, you hit it out of the park. If it's in the V, you hit it straight into the tree. That was right there in his slot. And he has taken full toll. High and handsome. Sagar now races away to 69 of just 38 deliveries. Striking at 194. We were delivering right signals. Another addition to the tally of extras. Lovely shot, laces it through the covers. That was an absolute screamer. 141 for 2. 12 overs, and now they gone. It's 141 for 2. That was a sizzling shot, scorching the outfield. Just lovely hands to the line of the ball and sending it whistling across the squeeze lightning outfield like a rate of knots. You lay your hand on any blade of grass along the stretch through which the ball passed. I can bet my bottom penny that it's going to cinch. Dazzling strokes being played all around the wicket. This has been an absolute batting masterclass from both the batters. Once again, how was that for placement? Once again, dissecting the two fielders to an absolute perfection and collecting 4 runs for his side. Lovely shot, whips it away off his lovely shot, a whippy shot. Runs coming in all directions of the ground. Accessing every corner of this beautiful ground. Both the batters are in full flow. And when they are on song, they're an absolute delight to watch. That completes the 13th over innings, and in hindsight, the batting side must believe that it's a blessing in disguise. That's a good toss to lose. And they have rocketed away to 151 for a loss of 2. The third wicket partnership has so far stitched together 63 runs, invaluable, priceless runs. 74 runs. They have stitched together 74 priceless runs and still going strong. Playing the bowling to every part of the ground part. Starting the 14th. Sagar moves on to 18 with that single. Sorry. 70, 76. 76 with that single. Inside edge onto Spad. Lovely shot, straight as an arrow, straight as the crow flies, straight as a dive. Valiant attempt from the fielder, but he watches the ball sail over his head for a mighty 6. 41 unbeaten of just 16 deliveries. He has come out all guns blazing in an absolutely rampaging mood. And he has taken every bowler to the cleaners. He has put the bowling attack to the third, ripped them to shreds, and smashed the attack to smithereens. Fourteenth over in progress. 158 for 2. Going through that shot, a touch too early, unable to make proper contact, but no damage done. Lovely shot, once again, riskily whipped away off his bats. Very, very strong around his legs. You bowl there to him and he's going to pick you off for runs all day long. Lovely sound as the ball makes contact with the bat, hitting the sweetest spot. 14th over completed. It's 160 for the loss of 2 wickets. Lovely cool breeze blowing across this beautiful ground has come as a welcome relief to all of us present here. Precisely as Rohit Ranavare batted today, cut the bowling attack literally to the ribbons. And no wild heaves, no airy-fairy stroke. No insane slugging or blind, mindless slugging. All his shots have come straight out of the copybook, right out of the coaching manual, and yet he's scoring at such a rapid clip. Magnificent batting this. That was a no ball, I suppose. He has put it away to the boundary, awaiting the umpire's signal. It looked from here that that ball was above the batter's waist, but some confusion prevailing out in the center with regard to whether that was a no ball or not. Batter absolutely convinced beyond any shadow of doubt that that ball was above his waist when the ball made contact with his bat. But as they say, at the end of the day, the umpire's decision is final and binding. Anand Sahu having a word or two with both the batters. Humidity has been killing over the last few days, in fact a few weeks. So now just cannot stop ringing. All is well that ends well. We are all set for resumption of proceedings in what is turning out to be a mighty exciting contest. Absorbing encounter. Pune locking horns with Indore in this grand finale of this Emphasis Strides tournament. As Abashish now calls. Jatin, the new bowler, also to start the 15th of innings. Straight into the fielder's hands. And as they say, commentators curse, turning out to be his undoing, but nevertheless he played a brilliant knock. Deserves a loud round of applause. Sublime stroke play from the flashing blade of Rohit comes to an end. 52 he made 42 beautifully compiled, well-crafted runs from Rohit Ranavare. And against the run of play, Infy Pune have lost the all-important wicket of Rohit. 88-run partnership. Nikhil Lukonde in the new batter. Lukonde. Rotwe, Nikhil. So many surnames are coming out, so we'll just be content in addressing him as, referring to him as Nikhil. That will do the trick. Nikhil striding out into the center after the fall of it's a good left-hander, the batter first left-hander in action on view this morning. 165 for the loss of 3. 88-run partnership coming to an end between Sagar and Rohit. Gets off the mark, opens his account to that single. 166 for the loss of 3 wickets. I don't know whether you watched Asanka Gurusinha, the former Sri Lankan batter, who was a part of the World Cup winning squad in 1996. That's guy Nikhil's mannerisms at the crease, the way he takes his stance, bears a striking resemblance to the former Sri Lankan great. Sagar on strike. 82 unbeaten. Oh, right. That is the beauty. Was a beaten batter who was unbeaten on 82 and seeing the ball like a football. Oh, that's a mighty, admirable achievement. A colossal accomplishment. Lovely shot, wistily whipped away off his legs. Nifty footwork from the fielder. With the World Cup soccer coming up in a fortnight's time, exhibiting some soccer skills out on the boundary. 169 for 2. A successful over from the bowler coming to an end after the completion of 15 overs. Infy Pune being put into that after losing the toss at 169 for the loss of 3 wickets. Once again, I'd like to express our heartfelt thanks and warm gratitude to both our umpires, Tapan Behera and Anand Sahu, as well as our scorer who is beavering away like a busy bee every inch of the way. Young and dynamic Abhishek. Well done, Abhishek. Nikhil on strike to the first ball of the 17th over, 16th over? Sorry, 16th over. Left-handed Nikhil. RP switching ends. Earlier he was bowling from the Infosys end, now bowling from the City end. His fourth and final over. Exactly. Replica of Asanka Gurusinha. Lovely shot. Looks to be an innovative batter. Has come out with an inventive bent of mind, not afraid to think out of the box. These days we need to think out of the box to stay ahead of the curve in 2020 cricket. The game changes in the blink of an eye, the whole complexion, the texture. One flash of brilliance and out through the freak run out. A stroke of genius, a spark of inspiration can turn the game on its head. RP up against the star of the morning, Sagar. Lovely shot, full-blooded drive away from the fielder. Can he come back for the second one? No, settling for that single. Once again pulled away, but not getting any timing behind that shot. Sagar unbeaten on 84 on strike. 16 runs away from a well-deserved century. Lovely delivery right up in the block hole as it takes it. Wow! I spoke a touch too early. Trying to step on the gas and there's a quest to pile up some quick runs. A brilliant innings from Sagar comes to an end. He deserves a standing ovation. What a knock. 84 he made. And in his quest to push things along and add some quick runs to his side, Stanley perishing to a well-judged catch in the deep. A magnificent batting this from Sagar. And 2 wickets falling in quick succession. That is exactly what the doctor has ordered from the fielding side's perspective. The way Nikhil and Sagar were going great guns, firing on all cylinders. At one point it seemed they were running away with this game. They were on course for a total well in excess of 220, maybe 230 and beyond. But these 2 wickets, I think, will apply the brakes on the scoring rate. Tarun, the batter, the new batter. Lovely delivery. Closing the face of the bat and guiding it away. So an easy single gets off the mark. 173 for 4 as another successful over comes to an end. The last 2 overs have produced 2 wickets, 2 valuable wickets for the bowling side, that is Indore. So after the completion of 16 overs, batting first after being put in versus Pune are 173 for the loss of 4 wickets. What a shot! He makes no sighter whatsoever. How has come out to that after having a net out in the middle during the course of the innings? Stand up and deliver. What a shot! That was not all that bad a delivery, Abhishek. just fractionally short. And he has picked up the length in a flash. And put it away in style. Trying to shorten the length, but nevertheless batter manages a single. Another mighty heave, another maximum. What has he had for breakfast this morning? Whatever he has had that has infused him with some vital energy. .185 for four. Last ball of the 17th over coming up. Oh, he was waiting for that juicy half volley to send it soaring into the high skies, to send it sailing over the Sterling fielder's head for another colossal six. What ball striking this is turning out to be. 191 for the loss of four. 3 overs to go. 17 overs now they're gone. It's 191 for four. As Tarun is putting on a show. My co-commentator, sorry, scorer, Abhishek, coughing like nobody's business. He needs a dose of Sinkara tonic. काम की बोझ का मारा ये बेचारा. Straight to the fielder. This is turning out to an excellent 18th over. Just one run conceded of its first 3 deliveries. Mayank once again bowling a tidy line, impeccable length, concedes just a single. 2 runs have come off the first 4 balls of the 18th over. Would you believe it? Switching a flick, flipping the script, and for a change, bowling a tidy over Mayank. Commentators curse for the bowler. The moment you start praising anybody to his case, he does the exact reverse, and that 6 brings up the 200. 200 coming up in the 18th over. Thanks to that mighty heave from Tarun. This 6 takes him to 25 of just 8 deliveries. Exactly 200. Once again, walking down towards the ball and smashing it down the ground for a single, making his intentions absolutely clear. 201 for the loss of 4 after the completion of 18 overs. Batting first after losing the toss in prescience from Pune are 201 for the loss of 4.
I'll deal with all of you.
What a shot. Another maximum. That was by far the pick of the shots he has played so far. Sends it many a row back into the central hall of emphasis. Swing and a miss. 32 of 11. Providing the perfect finishing kick, the ideal final flourish to this innings. The perfect icing on the cake with a red cherry on top. Tarun has raced away to 32 of just 11 balls. As I see this, he has struck another colossal blow and sends it way above the fielder's head for a maximum. Toying with the bowling. 38 of 12. Plenty of open spaces available on the inside, and before the fielder gets around to the ball, enough time for the batter to come back for the second one, and more importantly, regaining and retaining the strike. Flat batted six. What a shock. 56 of 14. Wow. This is certainly a sight for the Sorays. Giving all of us plenty to cheer about. What a shot to bring up a 50. 50 of just 15. Take it by young man. What an innings that this is turning out to be. 227. And it was 227 for 4. That was the last ball of the penultimate over. Four sixes came off that 19th penultimate over, and this is the kind of ball striking that will dent any bowling side's confidence, will knock the stuffing out of them, take the wind out of the sails, and that is exactly what Tarun has done towards the business end of this innings. This is turning out to be an innings for the ages. 52 unbeaten of just 15. Exactly the kind of final flourish his team would have wanted him to provide. Nikhil on strike to the first ball of the 20th and final over in this grand finale of the Infosys Tribes tournament, the third edition. Dot ball to start the 20th over. Nikhil has been the odd man out. No offense intended. And he has collected it cleanly, but more importantly, that's a dot ball. And his labored innings, his struggles at the wicket are finally coming to an end. He has scored just 4 runs of 9 balls. .227. Tushar Sinha. Here we have got a celebrity Tushar Sinha in Odisha from Nalco. Very, very popular man. Located in this neck of the woods, literally, his office. Third ball, Tushar Sinha. Another wicket, another dot. 2 wickets in quick succession. of consecutive deliveries. And this is exactly the kind of final over his captain would have wanted from his bowler. And how well he has stepped up to the plate and delivered the goods for his side. Justifying the faith reposed in him by his skipper and rewarding him with 2 wickets and 3 dot balls. Green final over this. Quite contrary to the flow of things that we have witnessed during the course of the inning so far. Quite the reverse. Sai Matre, hybrid, the combination of Sai Sudarshan and Ayush Matre. So hat-trick ball coming up. Apishli play hit for a single. His long wait to bat to take strike has finally come to an end. Tarun. Away from the field, but ample time for the batter to amble across for the second. But what over this is turning out to be 229 or 230 still. 230 for 6. Final ball coming up. Unless and until of course it is wide or a no. Final ball of the 20th and last over. Mayank Mishra. Oh, that was a valiant attempt at a deep cover, shy of the thumbs, but no damage done. Just 5 runs are conceded in the final over, but a brilliant innings from Pune has propelled Infy Pune to a massive 232. So the loss of 6 to 233 is the target. So Infy Indore will come out in pursuit of 233 for victory and the privilege of laying the hands on the coveted championship trophy. We'll be back in action in a few minutes time. Till then, from all of us here, a very good bye. Good morning, and a warm welcome back to the picturesque Infosys cricket ground here at Bhubaneswar, where we are all set for the resumption of proceedings in this grand finale, the crunch final, the big game. Indore, Infosys Indore coming out in pursuit of 233 for victory and the ultimate honor of laying the hands on the coveted championship trophy. Their innings will get underway, will kick off. The two openers are out in the center. The impact player, Piyush. Piyush is at the non-strikers end and taking a strike to the first ball. Is Akshat. .233, the scoring at 11.5 runs, more than 11.5 runs per over. Steep or scale to peak, an imposing mountain to climb, whatever the conditions, regardless of the nature of the bowling attack. Akshat on strike. Abhishek at the non-strikers end. Starts off with a beauty. That was an absolute chopper. Peach of a delivery. That would do his confidence a whole heap of good. Tarun. His magnificent effort to the bat, rubbing off on his bowling. It's always pays to have a second string to your bow. Most of these 2020 cricketers are multi-dimensional. Straight down the fielder's throat, and he makes no mistake whatsoever. Tarun striking in his very first over after his breathtaking innings with the bat. Striking in his very first over. Tarun sends back Abhishek, who is out for a duck without troubling the scorers. Trudging his way back. Trudging his way back to the hut. Abhishek the problem for Indore is that they just cannot afford to play out the dot balls. They have to take a chance of almost every delivery, and that is exactly what you saw playing out when their opener Abhishek in his quest to step up the scoring rate perished. Piyush Last on the pass, on the finger. in the build-up. Striking off successive deliveries. Tarun is having a dream day out in the center. It's Tarun's day out today. My word, he has by far been the star of the show today. Goes with the bat and now with the ball. He has put aside well and truly in the driver's seat. And this is the worst possible start. The impatience from Indore it had hoped for. Tarun producing a peach of a delivery, dragging back sharply after pitching and catching the batter plumb in front of the wicket. Easiest of decisions for umpire Tapan Behra to make. And coming out in pursuit of 233, an imposing mountain to climb. Team Indore has suffered to a double blow, 2 setbacks early in the piece. It's 1 for the loss of 2 wickets. But the new batter. Hat-trick ball coming up. This is the second occasion when a hat-trick ball is coming up. Oh, that ball climbing on the batter, getting big on him, does well to play it in soft hands and prevent any damage. Tarun is breathing fire, spewing venom with the ball. Too hot to handle, I will say. Now, is an early contender for the Man of the Match award. And by some distance. This is taking nothing away from Sagar's brilliant batting efforts. Another beauty. Getting the ball to cut back sharply after pitching. A brilliant first over from Tarun comes to an end in which he picked up 2 wickets. And in pursuit of 233 for victory. And the privilege of laying the hands on the coveted championship trophy. The team from Indore, Infy from Indore, won for the loss of 2 wickets. Correction, 2 for 2. Can the impact player make an early impact? Piyush Pawar, the impact player, in action with the ball. Starting the second over, 2 for 2 the score. One for 2 the score. Akshat on strike. Once again, not getting hold of that shot, getting the slice of the bat, falling well short of the fieldsman. This game, dare I say, I have to stick my neck out, put my head on the chopping block when it comes to making such bold predictions. Will peter out into a hopelessly lopsided contest from the looks of things. Somebody needs to step up to the plate. wicket goes. Another batter bites the dust. 3 wickets are down with just a solitary run on the board. Akshat, the batter, dismissed. As I was saying a moment or two ago, the impact player has made an early impact, and how? Batter's name, please.
मयंक पाटनी बता देना उनको नाम मयंक पाटनी
Mayank Mishra.
पाटनी 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 कैप्टन
Mayank Patni, the captain. Captain courageous, walks out to bat with his side in more than a spot of border. Can he pull a rabbit out of the hat and play an innings out of his skin and come up with the goods for his side? A miraculous effort from here on in to wriggle them out of this hole. Flashed away, valiant attempt from Tyrone, but ball ricocheting off his fingers. Hopefully he has not done himself any major mischief. He hasn't sustained any serious injury. That's what we are praying for, because that ball was travelling and travelling at a rate of knots. Swooping down on the ball like a gazelle, bouncing on it like a panther. All showing plenty of positive intent. That ends the second over. In pursuit of 233 for victory. They have crawled along to 7 for the loss of 3. With 26 more runs to get off the remaining 18 overs. Although they say that cricket is a game of glorious uncertainties, I'd be mighty surprised, shocked out of my wits, if they go on to achieve this seemingly improbable target. Tarun bowling with a spring in his stride, a bounce in his step, and plenty of miles in his legs. Bowling with his tail up, starting the third over of innings. Fast on strike. Pulled away, no chance for the fielder to cut it off, and that has gone the distance. He has gotten stuck into that one, and sends it way above the fine leg fielder's head for a 6. They need plenty more of those latches onto that short delivery in a flash and a lovely swing of his bat through the line of the ball.
बढ़िया पार्थ
Good response from the bowler. That was a quicker one. Bending his back, hitting the deck hard and working a brisk pace from the surface. Nice true belter of a batting wicket this.
ओवर टू ओवर खेलते रहो
Stylishly tucked away off his path, but straight to the mid-wicket postman.
बढ़िया मैं खेलता रे बेटा खड़ा रे खेलता रे
Lovely shot, getting on top of the bounce and rolling his wrists over the ball to keep it down. And collects an easy single. Beauty. The ball had beaten the bat before his bat came down. Peach of a delivery to round off the third over after the completion of which in pursuit of 233 for victory in the Infy from Indore 15 for 3.
खेलता रहे बाहर से भी बहुत गेम है शाबाश लड़को
Fourth over in progress. Well and truly on top. Spins it straight up in there and easy. Oh gosh, easiest of catches goes down. These things happen. Now it remains to be seen as to whether the batter succeeds in making the most of this reprieve and lives to fight another day. At times they say catchers win matches and drop catchers will lose matches, right? Lovely shot. Oh no! You dropped him once, he gave you another chance. But you just cannot afford to drop him twice. He had a second bite of the cherry, but unable to make it count. Departing after playing the laboured knock, the captain back in the hat. And another nail being driven hard into the coffin of the impressions from Indore. The fourth batter bites the dust. Now, $17 for 4. Ravi, the new batter, coming out to bat at that pivotal number 6 position with his team staring down the barrel with the backs well and truly against the wall. Chips are down, everything looks so bleak. Can one of these two batters pull off a miracle? Hello. Parker replacing Tarun at the city end. Longish run up, tucks away off his hips for a single. But it's another single to Stanley.
बढ़िया बढ़िया खेलते रहो
What's going on? It's a procession of wickets, a procession of batters. Dejectedly making the way back into the heart, half the side back in the pavilion with just 19 runs on the board. Part the latest to join the list. Sorry looking scorecard, 19 to 5. It's all over by the shouting. Stashed away past the short third man. Fielders outstretched hands. Yatin. Batter's name, please. Sandeep gets off the mark. Oh, that's single. उनका impact player है शायद. Yeah. Beauty getting big on the batter, climbing on him. Does well to stay out of the harm's way and prevent any damage. Good to see the organizers very much in the thick of action in the swing of things, especially Amaresh Bhai, beavering away, toiling away manfully as another successful over comes to an end, this time from Palkar, and in pursuit of seemingly impossible 233 for victory. The interference from Indore was 5 down with 20 runs and 20 for 5. Piyusha continuing. Seventh over about to commence. Dalker in charge of the bowling operations. So the batting side down in the dumps, languishing in the doldrums. 24 for 5. Ravi on strike. Knocking it into the gap and ambling through for that single. Both teams, it would be fair to say, just going through the motions. The result almost foregone conclusion with the writing firmly on the wall for the batting side. Half the side back in the half, just 20 odd runs on the board. 25 to be precise. That's a beauty. Darting it in the air and getting it to shape away a touch after pitching. Classical outswing bowling of the highest order on display. Parker has had the distinction of representing Maharashtra in Ranji Trophy cricket and also List A cricket. Played a breezy little cameo today, scored 36 runs out of 17 or 18 balls. That completes the seventh over. Another tidy over comes to an end after the end of which, at the end of which, 27 for 5. Bowling change being effected at the emphasis end. Harshad being brought into the attack, introduced into the attack for the first team. Left arm orthodox bowler Sandeep on strike. Keeping keeping both batters on a tight leash, giving them hardly any room to free the runs. Impeccable line and length bowling was persistently so by young Harshad. There was a quick 8th over, rushing through that over in a flash. Harshad struggling big time in pursuit of 233 for victory. Interference from Indore 29 for 5. One left arm spinner has completed an over and in comes another. They've got a plentiful abundance of these left arm spinners in the ranks. Nikhil the bowler. About to start the 9th over. Absolutely sensational piece of fielding. Keeping his eyes on the ball till the very last moment and judging it to perfection before wrapping his big palms around it. 6th batter bites the dust, 6th wicket tumbles. Now it's all over by the shouting. With just 29 runs on the board. Correction 30 and the board 30 for 6.
यार तुम्हें लाख बार समझाया है नितिन मैंने ऐसा ओपनली एंजॉय करवाना था यार भाई वो ओपन ही कर दिया था
मैं और प्रवीण बैठे हैं इधर प्रवीण और मैं बैठे हैं भुवनेश्वर पुणे इज मीनिंग पुणे और इंदौर का मैच हम लोग
Ball has gone past his bat before he could bring it down.
क्या बात है बढ़िया सैंडी बॉय बढ़िया है
That was a quicker one, pushed through at a flatter trajectory. Spinner bowling with a lot of venom and fire. Firing it through. Really firing it through. Rocks onto the back foot and forces the pace. Super cover field does the knocking up operation, and after the completion of the 9th over, choosing 233 for victory. They're in all sorts of trouble. The Infy from Indore, 34 for 6. Ushered about to start the 10th. Show the fans and it throws it down with a direct hit. That is a superb piece of fielding. Pick up and throw in one swift action. As if jaunty roads. Memories of jaunty roads getting revived. My word, that was out of the very top shelf fielding effort this. This is adding insult to injury. Another hard nail being driven into the coffin of the Infy from Indore. 7th batter goes. This is turning out to be an embarrassingly one-sided contest. If at all it was a contest, has never risen to any great heights in terms of its competitive intensity, the fierceness, and it is in danger of fizzling out into a hopelessly lopsided cricket match. Opening the face of the bat, running it away towards a short third man, but for no runs, rather point. Lovely shot. And straight into the side screen. He got stuck into that one and that has gone the distance. Slam bang, crash bang and wallop. Another half volley gets the treatment. He has dispatched it over the long on fielder's head with absolute disdain. Has dismissed it from his presence as if he was swatting away a fly. Welcome half a dozen seconds over. And after the completion of 10 overs, we are at the halfway stage. Indore in pursuit of 233 for victory, 46 for 7. 46 for 7. 46-7 at the halfway stage as the players adjourn for a timely drinks interval. That's a fantastic piece of fielding that deep covers. In spite of being in the driver's seat, calling the shots, holding all the aces, they're showing exemplary commitment. Good delivery. Plays it away for a single. 49-7. This time, no chance for any fielder to cut that in half. And that boundary raises to 50. Some bright spot at last. 50 runs for the batting side. Wow, what a catch right in front of us. right in front of us. He sustained an injury to us, Tarun. Spade us, the rate at which the ball was traveling, kept his eyes on the ball till the very last moment and blocked the cleanest of catches at that deep long on. Eighth batter biting the dust. It's all over for the batting side. With just 53 runs on the board. They have lost their 8th wicket. Left on the pads, another wicket goes down. Dreaded left finger, left index finger, left hand index finger, thumb and so goes up. Ninth wicket goes back. Batter's name, please. वो थोड़ी बताएगा भाई आउट होके जाए मयांक जी आकाश walking out to face the music, the hat-trick ball. Akash. The track number 11 batter Akash out to face the music, the hat-trick ball from Harshad. 53 for 9. Keeps it away. Good defensive technique. Gets out the mark with that single. Just one wicket away from registering an emphatic victory. This has been a one-man show. Only one team has called the shots, held all the aces, and they're on the verge of registering a convincing victory and emerge runaway victors. Thirteen overs coming up, just 1 wicket away now. Inexplicably, he did not go for that, stumping the wicket-keeper. This time it's all over. And the Infy from Pune have emerged victorious and deservingly so, outclassing their opponents in every department of the game to earn the privilege of laying their hands on the coveted championship trophy in this Emphasis Tribes Cricket Tourney, the third edition. This has been a fantastic all-round show from the men in blue. Spearheaded by the two talisman, Sagar with the bat, and a brilliant all-round show from Tarun, helping the side to register a convincing victory by a mammoth margin of 178 runs. This is as convincing as they come. Warm, heartiest congratulations to the winners and commiserations to the losers. It's the men from Pune who have emerged victorious here. And we'll go through the presentation ceremony in a few moments' time. Till then, from all of us